Lord, Lord, come on now, come get your kids. Get your kids, daggone it, get your kids. Because they're crazy. They acting up for what reason, I don't know. Guys, it's your boy Brass, aka Rap's Truth Seeker, and you are now rocking with Facts and Conspiracies. And I'm here to tell you, you're tripping. You're tripping. You're tripping. I ain't got all the time in the world. I got things to do, but what we are gonna do, we're gonna delve deep into some compilations again. See, what I'm gonna do first, I'm gonna let Lucius Lyon talk to you. Because if he can't tell you what's up, then someone else gonna have to tell you what's up. And then after that, we're gonna look at some interesting things this next person says. That's what we're gonna do. But after that, we're gonna talk about something that I've noticed. I've noticed this one, and I've been keeping up with it because I just know. Listen. To know your enemy is only half of the battle. But to watch them and see what they doing, oh yeah, we on that today. And I'ma just go ahead and tell you, I don't care whose side you are on. But Big Brass, Mr. 9 here, I'm on the side of God. So before your opinions come in, just understand this. I'm on the side of God. Now, let's go. Lucius, you got it.
To let go of the idea of this currency. We're the only creatures in the known universe that uses an indirect form of payment instead of a direct exchange. All these homes that they're building, and they keep wondering, why do they keep blowing over? Why don't you make the homes look like a mushroom? Follow the curvature of nature, and you won't have to worry about rebuilding them in hurricane zones or in tornado zones. Why is it that white people are allergic to the sun? When they get into this area where there's a lot of sun, now you have melanoma and all of those other issues. But if they're in their natural environment, they don't have any of those problems. So they have to keep recreating their natural conditions that allows them to have homogeneous nature with everything. We're living outside of nature. You gotta remember, in every person you meet, there's a little piece of God in them, and that's who you talk to. But make sure they see it in you first. Wow.
Let me expound on what my man's Lucius Lyon is saying. And mind you, Terence Howard is actually one of my favorite actors of all time. But let me expound on what he's saying. That last part. Every human being, every single human being has a piece of God in them. Everything that lives has a piece of God in it. So, yes, people have been able to communicate with nature because of this. This is why language barriers don't actually stop people from communicating. I can look into someone's eyes and see them. I can look into someone's eyes and see compassion, stress, anger, love, hate. You can see that because this is our connecting piece. The source of life itself is the connecting piece. And here's some proof right here. If I was doing this without sincerity, the real people in the Nine family would see it. They would see it. Not everybody in the Nine family is of the same religious beliefs or backgrounds, but they all have a little God in them. You have a little God in you, okay? But we truly are the only ones that transact the way we transact. It's very indirect. And in African cultures in the past, to be an indirect person meant you were coward. Now I'm gonna go into this next video. How many of you guys actually remember when I posted about the Statue of Liberty? Let's expound on that a little bit. So on to the next with my brother. Let's do it.
Watch this video to the end. So, do you know who this is in this statue right here? It's Satan, but it gets crazy. You ready for this? Now notice the chain on his foot. You see it, right? You see the chain on his foot? All right. You ready for this? I got you. 1 second. Now notice the chain on this foot. Y'all should know which foot this is. I shouldn't even have to say nothing. All right, guys, you ready? Stay with me. I'm gonna show y'all something. Now, do you notice that the crown in his hands has 7 points on it, right? Stay with me, guys. Make sure you watch this video to the end. This is crazy. Now, do you see what's on the floor, right? An apple and a torch. You see the torch on the floor, right, guys? Stay with me, B. Stay with me. This is crazy. He's holding a torch, there's a 7-point crown on his head. Remember the apple that was on the bottom of the statue of Satan? What do they call New York City? The Big Apple. Where is this statue at? New York City. What I'm trying to tell you is, the Statue of Liberty is Satan himself. Stop playing with me, son. Don't ever say I didn't teach y'all nothing. It's in plain sight. So, you got a statue of Satan right in New York City, and people been thinking it was a Statue of Liberty the whole time? Stop playing with me, son. So what I'm gonna do is go over there and knock that.
Now, I'm doing this one out of love because you know what? There is something that came to mind. The last time I showed something about that statue, one of the 9 family members expressed that that was a black woman. And there's one thing I have to say about that, because it hit in my mind while I was looking at that video. Certain features that are on that statue you won't find on black women. Not the majority. Yeah, when I look at this statue, it looks very masculine to me. I'm talking about that strong nose bridge right here. I'm talking about the chin here. Even to the cheeks, it's a little masculine. And to be honest with you, black people's noses are not this narrow. Nope. Lips, not that thin. Nope. These don't look like nappy roots to me. So maybe, just maybe, either the sculptor was really interested in the facial features of men, or, and just hear me out, or that's just not a black woman. Just simple as that. Like, I've been to plenty of hoods in America. I've been to plenty of these classy joints. I have dealt with music for years. Never seen a black woman with facial features quite like this one. Now it's a statue, so, we can move on. They might have sold it to us and said, oh, free, it stands for liberty. But, I mean, why is there a liberty statue in America? We ain't really stood for liberty in a long time. But I'm sorry. Next. Now, this right here is disturbing news. Not to mention, this country is currently at war. Currently at war, people. And now they have lost their president, which in any country's case is a tragedy. And I say pray for Iran, and as well as this man's family. Let's do a quick reading. Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and the country's foreign minister were found unalive Monday, hours after their helicopter crashed in Fogg, leaving the Islamic Republic without 2 key leaders as extraordinary tensions grip the wider Middle East. Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali, don't get me the line, who has the final say in the Shiite theocracy, quickly named a little-known vice president as caretaker and insisted the government was in control, but the deaths mark yet another blow to a country beset by pressures both at home and abroad. Sheesh. Does air control not check the weather anymore? Because there's a lot of strange things happening with helicopter crashes and fogs. Isn't that what happened to Kobe Bryant? Isn't that what happened to that Nigerian banker? Hold on.
There was rain with some wintry mix. We are aware of media reports of some downed power lines near the accident site. We will be looking into this report.
All right, the 6 victims were flying in a helicopter made by Airbus model EC-130. The flight was operated by Orbic Air. It's a charter company based out of Burbank Airport. Orbic Air posting this video to Facebook 2 years ago of the same helicopter. However, we can't confirm whether it's the same one involved in this crash. 6 passengers inside the aircraft include the helicopter's crew, a pilot and a safety pilot, and the passengers. 57-year-old Herbert Wigway, CEO of Access Bank, who was traveling with his wife and his son. The 4th passenger, Bamufin Ogunbanjo, the former chair of the Nigerian Stock Exchange. Now the president